fact is, Democrats are killing babies.
Yeah.
They are killing babies, folks. And Northam is going to get away with this. You know, the other thing that kind of happened this week, and I guess we can get away from the State of the Union. You done with the State of the Union? Anything else?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty self-evident.
Yeah. This week we had
The meltdown
in Virginia
state government.
Yeah. I mean, the governor, black-faced and killing babies, so he's on the hot seat. And then the
whole blackface thing. You know how that happened, right? His, for one, let's be straight. He called for infanticide. Mm-hmm. Okay, we know that, right? But the next thing that comes up right after that is the blackface. And everybody was saying that was a mask to take the focus off the Democrats' Party's infanticide position. But it was actually classmates of his from school that remembered that from medical school who wanted to basically do him in because they were opposed to his infanticide.
Right.
And so they're the ones that exposed his blackface, which is interesting. So then who piles on the blackface comments? The Attorney General of the state, third in line, right? A Democrat. Yeah. He starts shooting
his mouth off
at the governor, right? Going to cost the governor his seat. And then the governor starts shooting at the lieutenant governor for some reason. Everybody thinks he's the guy that dropped a dime on the lieutenant governor, Fairfax, over these rape allegations.
Yeah.
So now you got the governor shooting down at his lieutenant governor after the attorney general is shooting up at the governor. And then those two guys are going to be out of line, except for the third guy, the attorney general, who pulled the first shot, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Now it finds out he was in blackface. He shot himself in the foot. Yeah. But he doesn't think that's grounds for him to leave. It's grounds for the governor to leave, but not for him.
Not for him. And which leaves number 4, Republican.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that could never happen.
And so never forget the whole what that boils down to is the hypocrisy of the Democrats, because let's face it, they accused the Republican governor candidate in the last election of being a racist with that commercial, the truck with the Southern flag chasing the little colored kids around, right?
Yeah.
The kids of color. And so, you know what? And then, of course, the liberals in Hollywood had to try and pile on. But you know what? Who's done blackface more than anyone? Liberals in Hollywood.
Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Joy Behar.
Joe Behar and Sarah Silverman. Jimmy Kimmel.
What I thought was interesting was watching Tucker last night and seeing this guy he has on all time, who my wife says looks like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. And that's all we refer to him now as is Wallace. I can't remember his real name.
Who was that?
He was a Clinton advisor, I think, or something like that, regardless of who he was. So Tucker's hitting him with all these things. So then basically now we get a Republican. The guy said, well, that's not right because the people spoke and they wanted a Democrat agenda. So what are you suggesting, sir, that we void the law that says when these 3 guys step down, the 4th person in line becomes governor? Is that what you're suggesting? We have a special election instead of following the rules because they voted for Democrats. They should get a Democrat.
Yeah, and Democrats can't follow the rules.
That's ridiculous. That's despicable. Yeah. You know, whatever happened to the rule of law?
There is no rule of law under a Democrat.
Yeah,
socialist.
Right.
Well, that's the way they're going. Mm-hmm. Socialism, right? It's that simple. And we're going to get into this Green Deal with occasional Cortex's. Ocasio, yes. Yeah. Another good one. You got 2, dude.
Well, I stole that, but it was good enough to steal.
Okay. Well, at least you admitted it, right? Let's see if we got a call here from Gary in Hazel Park. Gary, welcome to the show.
Hey, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we ought to put this blackface thing behind us by having a National Blackface Day where we can celebrate the wonderful contributions that the black race has given to America and embrace them.
During Black History Month.
Well, I guess you do power. Blackface was popular from Al Jolson, right? God only knows why.
Well, before the minstrel shows, actually, Phil from Art of Michigan and the Abolitionist Roundtable and I were talking about that a while back. Where did blackface come from? Now, I heard somebody say yesterday that, this was a slap at, I think it was on Joe Pags, was saying that this is a slap at blacks, that Jolson was mocking blacks. And I think what they were trying to do was celebrate black culture and bring it to whites, but they couldn't bring the blacks themselves. Now, that's a hypocrisy, but that's not the artist's hypocrisy. They're just they were playing black music for white crowds because black musicians could not. I think that's more celebratory than it is mocking.
Yeah, well, you could look at it that way, I guess.
What do you think, Gary?
The truth of the matter is we have real serious problems in this country, like the suicide rate of our children, STDs, the rape culture going on across the border. There's real problems. And because some clown put on blackface 20 or 30 years ago diverts the conversation for a week in our country is ludicrous.
Yeah.
I mean, just get the hell over it.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. The guy did it once or twice, maybe, and he didn't, like, run up and down the street chasing people or have a knife or nothing. He just stood there for a photograph. This is a non-crime.
And he said he was sorry.
It's not a crime. So what's the big deal? Really?
Yeah, well, it was designed, as we said, to take the focus off infanticide, which is what the Democrat socialists are looking at now.
I was looking at some pictures of guys in blackface this morning that were much more recent. These guys were definitely wearing blackface. They had bandanas on. They were holding M4 carbines, and they had Navy SEAL tridents on. Yeah, because it's part of their camouflage.
Oh,
camouflage.
okay.
Oh, yeah. That's
okay.
very clever.
Yeah, okay. Well, there you go.
But the State of the Union was fantastic, though. The President of the United States is doing a fantastic job, and these Democrats just can't handle it. They just can't handle the truth, to paraphrase a phrase, because he's trouncing them. He's destroying everything they stand for, which America stands for. Well, reverse that a little bit. Because he is the embodiment of America right now, and the Democrats can't have it. They haven't stood for America for decades, a century even. And now that we have somebody fighting for us, they have to do everything they can to destroy him. And that's what Maxine Waters is all about.
You want the truth? You can't stand the truth.
You can't handle the
You
truth.
can't handle the truth, yeah.
Yeah, well, great points,
the
Gary.
Truth you need to know.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Gary. Appreciate the call. Have a good one.
Is he threatening my job?
He might be. Maybe that's his
Calling in life.
Calling in life. There you go. So I want to be Derek. How much time we got? 2 minutes. Let's play that real quick. Let's jump down to Matt Whitaker. You got that one ready? This is what I love about Matt Whitaker. It's too bad he can't be our Attorney General, but he got called in. There was some talk of subpoenas, but he agreed to come in and talk to the House Intel Committee. Go ahead and play that.
Mr. Chairman, I see that your 5 minutes is up, and so I'm here voluntarily. We have agreed to 5-minute rounds, and
the committee. I think that's a fine place to end the 5-minute rule.
Talk about turning the tables on him.
That's perfect.
That's a guy with a pretty large set of cojones to go in and do that. He doesn't take any crap from anybody, does he?
Yep.
It's just amazing that Matt Whitaker can do that. I wish he could become our
Yeah, I'm not so
General,
thrilled with Barr. I don't know.
All we can do is wait and see
Yeah.
at this point. I understand he may not be exactly what we want, but you've still got to meet that threshold of at least 51 votes to get in. And, there are some rhino Republicans who are not going to give us the Attorney General we the people want. So there's got to be something in there, and Trump can only do so much.
Flake and McCain are gone.
At least Flake and McCain are gone, right? And that's a good thing. I wanted to mention, did you see Kristen Sinema standing in applause?
Yes. Yeah, that surprised the daylights out of me.
And the other senator there, Jacqueline, whatever her name was, you could see it. She's told her, watch your behind when she did that. So crazy Kristen Sinema wants to wear her stripper clothes to the Senate, which is all well and good, I guess, but at least she's honest enough to clap and stand for an ovation for the president when there is good news that should be celebrated, which, again, puts another person who's not marching lockstep with Nancy Pelosi and the crazy socialists.
And then, of course, there was Ocasio who just sat there with this look on her face like, I am not budging, I am not moving, I am not smiling. An
unfunny donkey from Shrek.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
She's
got that face. That's right.
That she gets as much attention as she does is crazy. So, All right, so folks, that's the hard break. We'll see you on the other side.
You're making me forget myself. Let's take a ride across the desert night. And when the sun comes out in the morning light, I can feel you there.
People are always always headed somewhere, driving to work, taking the kids to practice. How do they keep up on the latest news and information? They listen to Wham! Talk 1600, just like you. If you have a product or business to advertise, your message can reach these listeners wherever they are. People tune to Wham! Radio for the latest issues, discussed by hosts like Tyrone X, Steve Gruber, Dana Lash, and Joe Pags. And they'll stay tuned for your message as well. Call 734-971-1600 today and advertise with Wham! Radio and whamradio.com.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh. Congress has less than a week to come up with the funds for a border security solution or risk another shutdown. Some Democrats say they're flexible.
I'm willing to take what the conference committee comes up with, and I'm willing to empower my Democratic colleagues to give a little in order to move the country forward.
Michigan Representative Dan Kildee on Fox. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's opposed to a border wall. Meanwhile, in Lawrence, Massachusetts,
I stand here today to declare that I am a candidate for President of the United States.
Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren formally announces her White House bid. And in Virginia, pressure mounting on Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax to resign over sex assault allegations. This as calls continue for Governor Ralph Northam to quit over a racist yearbook photo. Add to that, third in line, State Attorney General Mark Herring says he, too, once dressed in blackface. This is Fox News.
Your bridge to recovery and wellness is WellBridge. WellBridge is redefining the rehabilitation and nursing care experience with the most amazing care facilities you've ever seen. All WellBridge locations offer a resort-like atmosphere, and their driving goal is to provide each guest with an epic experience. Here's former patient Chris Tangeman from Howell.
I had back surgery. I had to go there for like 3 or 4 weeks, and let me tell you, they were just superb. I'm in this industry. I'm an LPN, and I mean, they're just excellent. The aides, the nurses, everybody. I thought especially that their therapy department was just phenomenal, and I would absolutely recommend WellBridge.
For rehabilitation and nursing care, ask for something epic. Ask for WellBridge. In Brighton, Fenton, Novi, and Pinckney. Now looking for talented nurses and certified nurse assistants to join their growing team, WellBridge invites everyone to learn more about them at thewellbridgegroup.com. WellBridge, your bridge to recovery and wellness starts here.
Hines Park Lincoln wants to introduce you to the personal luxury dealership experience you deserve. How? It starts with their pledge that owning a Lincoln should be just as exceptional and personal as driving one. Hines Park invites you to personally experience their time-honored tradition of luxury service and hospitality at their world-class dealership serving all of Metro Detroit. Hines Park Lincoln is located in Plymouth on Ann Arbor Road just off of I-275 and online at hinesparklincoln.com.
And welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to catch our drift. You like that music?
No, I'm listening to your voice again. I'm still amazed at how different your voice sounds. You got a different microphone?
I don't know. Maybe they changed microphones. Did you? No? Derek's like, nah.
No, they were not changed.
Well, it's just my sulky, sultry voice on the radio today.
Did we fix the monitors? Because I can hear in both ears now. I just realized that might be what it is.
Well, there you go. So it's not my voice. You've got better ears. Well, let's take care of a little business. Diggett Services, LLC, complete mini excavator and skid steer services. We all have some landscaping around the house or farm that needs to be done, and don't ruin your back like I do. Get Mike Kuzma at 248-789-7619. That's 248-789-7619 to come out and do it for you. He's got some great brand new equipment. It's wonderful stuff. He knows how to use it properly and could give you an estimate. So,
and he's insured, unlike you. You do it, you're paying.
That's right. So
Mike does it.
Call Mike, 248-789-7619. Okay, so we're going to talk Green Deal this half hour, and occasional Cortex, Ocasio, Cortez, whatever you want to call her, crazy lady, socialist, the ultimate. I think she's just a flat-out communist. I think socialism's too light for her.
That's right. Yep.
And this Green Deal, now you printed it off, so we're going to get verbatim from you from what this Green Deal is.